India-Germany Defence Industrial Agreement. So Mr. Rajnath Singh was there in Germany, and when he was there, he addressed the German parliamentarians. Now, Germany is a country which is considered to be a country where technology potential is huge and technology adoption is also huge. They have adopted very latest technologies, and there are certain sectors like automobile sector and all where you cannot beat the Germans. They are world class. And simultaneously in defense also, there are certain equipment, there are certain technologies, particularly the new age technologies in which the Germans are well advanced. I would not say that they are the most advanced, but they are well advanced. So why not collaborate with them? And see, in defense partnerships, whenever it comes to defense equipment related partnerships, there are 3 levels. Okay. We studied it in IR also, but yes, the first is buyer-seller relationship. This is the most, I would say, basic and the lowest in the hierarchy. Means one is a buyer and one is a seller. The seller completely makes the defense product, sells it to the buyer. That is it. The buyer pays the money. Okay. The next level of partnership with respect to defense trade is technology transfer. The one who has developed the technology to produce a certain defense equipment is transferring the technology to the other person who wants that defense equipment. That other person will make that defense equipment by using the technology which is transferred to that country. That is technology transfer partnerships. And the highest level of partnerships is co-development. Together we will do research and development. Together we will do manufacturing. Like for example with Russia, we have achieved this. BrahMos missile is a classic example of it. We have co-developed it. Now India's defense manufacturing capabilities are increasing. So India's dependence upon other countries as a buyer is also reducing. No doubt, till today India is one of the largest importer of arms in the world. But whatever defense partnerships we are looking forward to now, we want to focus upon these 2 aspects, on technology transfer and co-development more and more. Because we also have something or the other. We also have certain capabilities, like we have cheap labor, we have a huge market, we have good diplomatic ties with many countries in the world. We can leverage those ties to increase our defense exports. So, when Mr. Rajnath Singh addressed the German parliamentarians on 21st of April, he called for enhanced defense industrial partnership between India and Germany. He invited German industry to collaborate under Aatmanirbhar Bharat. Aatmanirbhar Bharat means you make over here. You bring your technology or you co-develop the technology with us, we'll make it. Focus on co-creation, co-development and co-innovation. This is what he was talking about over there. Key points: Aatmanirbhar Bharat in defense, not limited to procurement only, means buyer-seller. It should not be there. It should be there, but beyond it also we should be looking. Focuses on indigenous production, innovation and global collaboration. Emphasizes technology partnerships and domestic capability building. He wanted to mark a shift from import dependence, when we were dependent upon imports, to partnership driven model. India-Germany industrial synergy is there. Synergy means we are converging on certain points, like Germany's advanced manufacturing, strong middle stand is MSME sector over there, micro, small and medium enterprises. In India, startups are there. India has the 3rd highest number of startups in the world. Private defense sector expansion is happening rapidly, and cheap labor is obviously there, resources are there. The result is complementary strengths enabling joint production and innovation. This can happen. And this can result into joint production and innovation. Strategic partnership, it is driven by the leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi and Frederick Merz. based on shared democratic values. Strategic partnership is obviously shared democratic values, multi-dimensional partnership and all is there. And it will also increase India-EU convergence because Germany is part of EU. Then the changing nature of security threats. The security threats are changing, and cyber warfare, AI-based systems, hybrid warfare is there. These are new age warfare tools, and we need to make ourselves ready for this new age tools as well. We require coordinated responses, trusted partnerships, and adaptive strategies. The West Asia situation and India's response, this was also discussed. Critical for energy security due to dependence on oil imports, and oil imports are coming from Strait of Hormuz to India, and Germany is also impacted somewhere or the other due to this crisis in West Asia. Now, government measures, formation of group of ministers on West Asia. Group of ministers means some ministers from India, some ministers from Germany. Focus on energy supply stability, essential commodities availability should be there. Inflation control should be there because see, if oil becomes expensive, everything becomes expensive. Protection of citizens and industry. Now, key insight, it reflects institutional coordination, foresight and crisis management. So, that is basically the objective of creating this group of ministers, and this group of ministers and all, if created and if it is functioning, it will obviously contribute in deepening India-German ties. Cultural diplomacy, they paid tribute to Rabindranath Tagore. They highlighted India-Germany cultural and intellectual ties and demonstrated the role of soft power in diplomacy. Significance for India, diversification of defense partners, definitely that has to happen. We cannot only be dependent upon Russia or USA or Israel or France. We need to diversify it. Access to advanced technologies, obviously Germany, we're talking about the advanced technologies. Boost domestic manufacturing and exports. We are talking about inviting Germany over here, co-develop, co-manufacture over here. Then that definitely will boost domestic manufacturing. Strengthening of strategic autonomy. That will also happen. Strategic autonomy, so we know what are there. But yes, challenges. Germany's export control regulations are there. We don't know whether Germany will be willing to export those technologies and all to us. Then next, EU regulatory framework complexities are there. So since Germany is part of EU, so Germany has to abide by these EU regulatory frameworks as well, and differences in procurement systems. These are the challenges, but yes, these differences can be worked out, some middle ground can be reached and things can get better. Way forward, promote joint ventures and co-development. We should be doing it. This is our objectives. Enhance technology transfer mechanisms. Strengthen India-EU strategic alignment and invest in defense R&D and innovation ecosystems. So yes, all these should be looked into from this point of view.